All right, hello. Welcome to the weather update. It's about almost 9:30 on April the 10th, 2021, and we actually had a little sunshine today through these high clouds that were hanging around today. It's always in a nice blue sky, but there was some sunshine, and it was a little warmer than I expected today because of that sunshine. So right now, across our area, we're dealing with temperatures that are in the mid 50s, but it's a little muggy out there with dew points in the low 50s. I mean, not that humid. You have a little more humidity off to the south in Jersey with dew points there in the mid 50s, but you just feel a little humidity in the air. It's not very windy, and the air quality just doesn't seem all that good. So let's take a look and see what our highs were first. So we'll start with the high temperatures. Looking at the high temperatures across our area. And yeah, we got up there all right. So look at that. If you look over here in Jersey, 70 degrees actually. Hit 70 degrees in Ocean County, and above 70 even a little further inland in New Jersey, like 73 at Cream Ridge and 72 at Jackson. So yeah, a little warmer there. Obviously, right along the coast. If you're right along the coast, like in Beechwood, 59, 60 at Seaside Heights. So there was a sea breeze over there. Going closer to our area now. Mid-60s, 67 in Central Park, 66 at LaGuardia, 61 at JFK, 66 in Carl Place. Managed to hit 71 in Dix Hills, though. 64 in Farmingdale. 67 at Farmingville, 63 at Islip, and 61 at West Hampton. So, yeah, with that sun out, North Shore, some areas got into the upper 60s, like 68 in Locust Valley. So mid-60s in the middle of the island. South Shore, highs were only around 60. And, yeah, so very interesting to see the difference. But, again, that's because there was more of a sea breeze on the South Shore. It was kind of mild in the middle of the island. It really was. If you look at some of the observations, we'll go ahead and look at some of these observations here. We'll look at Carl Place, for instance. So right now at 57. Can we get the... Oh, we can't get that graph. Yeah, I'm thinking of the other site, Wonderground. So I guess I'll have to go to that to get the graph. But let's look at the precipitation that we had today. Because we did have some showers this morning. So let me change the time of this. We'll change this back to midnight. And we had some showers. Didn't drop, didn't hit everybody, but we had a decent shower this morning. And it gave us about 0.10 inch. So, I mean, it's not a lot of rain, really. When you think about it, but it was just a little bit of a shower that made its way over from New Jersey. Let's see if they probably didn't get that much there. Nothing. So yeah, let me go to the Ventusca. I meant the Wonderground site, and we will see what the graph is as far as some of the graphs of the temperatures, so we can show you the difference here. All right. So first we'll start with. Yeah, we'll start with Hicksville, so 54, which is really more like Jericho, but we'll use Jericho here because it did feel pretty warm. I was over in that area today, and it was pretty warm today, and it felt kind of muggy too. So let's take a look and see what their temperatures were throughout the day. So you could see well into the 60s, and pretty much right through 5, and it didn't start dropping until after 6 o'clock, and it started dropping a little more. And not really much of a breeze there. All right, and it got close to 70 there, by the way. Okay, so we're going to contrast that with Belmore. All right, so let's look at this site here. Yeah, right here. That's a South Belmore. Oh, I'm not going to call that. Just use this one. This one's for Belmore. All right, so let's look at this one here, and you'll see it'll probably be a lot cooler as we look at the conditions here. I'm sure they had a nice breeze there, and maybe actually. Yeah, it still got well into the 60s, and not at that cool. The sea breeze was very weak today for whatever reason. I don't know why we're seeing these weak sea breezes. Well, I have a feeling why. We're going to get into that in a minute, and that's not a good thing either. I'll tell you that. Before I get into that, let's look at what was going on yesterday, which is down in the south. All that crazy weather that was going on down there, and I actually want to look at the precipitation totals for this area here, for the south. Like, but those storms, literally, look at some of these precipitation totals here. 3 inches or more of rain in portions of Mississippi here. So Meridian. You have some of that going into some of those high precipitation amounts going into Louisiana too. So really, and there was some flooding as a result of this heavy rain here. So pretty impressive, because these storms just kept going over the same areas. Oh, look at this. We have a 5-inch amount of rainfall at Fairhope. So this is crazy amount of rain. Probably a lot of flooding going on these rivers, probably, with all that rain. And you can see all the flood watches and warnings that are in effect for these rivers because of all the rain they've had. It's not just the threat of tornadoes and even the wind. The rain can cause all this flooding too. When you have these storms just sitting over the same areas, and they were just hammering the same areas over and over and over and over again. So that's pretty incredible, really, when you think about it. Very incredible. So yeah, I want to talk about the fact that the sea breezes are. Why is the sea breeze weaker than it should be? And this is because water temperatures are already way above normal off the East Coast. This is why they're calling for an above normal hurricane season. So if we look at the sea surface temperature anomaly, you'll see, looking at these sea surface temperature anomalies, I mean, this is incredible how warm the water is off the East Coast already. Where that's a 2 degree. Oh, why does it pop up in the corner? All right, I want it over here. All right, 5 degrees. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that. It should be putting it right over the actual spot, but it's not. It's displaying it. They did something with this page now. It doesn't put it over the spot. When I put the nut here, it won't show over the spot. So we'll have to move this over a little bit because I don't think you're going to be able to see this. Nope. What did I just do here? Why do they have to change these sites when they're fine the way they are? So if you can see that, 5.9 degree, 6 degree temperature anomalies here, 6.5 degree temperature anomalies. Or I don't know why it doesn't. It should put it right over why does it put it in the corner like that? That's really annoying. But 5 to 6 degree temperature anomalies is where this bright yellow is, all right? That's the sea surface temperature anomaly. So when we look at the actual sea surface temperature, we have 48 degrees. Sea surface temperature is in the mid-40s, upper 40s, which is above normal. I really wish there would... Oh, hang on a minute. Maybe this is the problem. This might be the problem. Let's try it this way. Let's see. No, it's still displaying it in the corner. I want it over here. All right. I used to display it like right where we put... Now it displays it in this corner here. So I don't know if you're going to be able to see that. Because it's a little on the far left side there. But the bottom line is the water temperatures are way above normal off the East Coast. So 5 degree Fahrenheit above normal already. We're starting the season off with that. And that's quite a substantial temperature anomaly already. I don't know why that it can't put it over the thing, but this is the new style. It's the old style, but I'll have to look at the video and see if it's showing up in the video or you're not seeing it. But 46 degrees is the water temperature off the South Shore, which is above normal. We are only in April, all right? So that's what I mean. That's why it's still cold enough to produce a decent sea breeze. Not saying not, but it's definitely something to think about as you get more into the hurricane season, you know, especially when you don't go that far and look at that. The water here is in 55 degree Fahrenheit. I'll have to see when I use this program, use the site in the future, if I can move some of the graphics around or not. Looking at those storms, they're mainly now off the Florida coast. Not nearly as much lightning. 248 strikes. I mean, that was nuts last night. I had never seen anything. And I looked at some of the cameras too as the line moved through, and it was really impressive. New Orleans got hit. A lot of people got hit, and probably causing. Let's see how many power outages in this area here. Looks like they've restored power pretty quickly to a lot of the people that were affected. But Florida is still being affected with 41,000 people without power, and it seems like it's mostly... Actually, it looks like some of the storms hit some of these areas, too. Palm Beach County, a lot of outages there, too. 14,000, so I guess these storms did affect most of Florida. When I wasn't looking, I guess. Let's look at the radar here, and here you go. Here's the rain, this arc of rain. This is your cutoff flow here, and your arc of rain that is going all throughout here into Ohio, into North Carolina, West Virginia, all the way down. And this arc, it goes all the way down off Florida, and these are the storms here that are right now going on off the Florida coast right now. And all this rain is going to be heading in our direction as this arc of rain slowly moves into our area tomorrow. So let's go look at the models, and we'll show you how this is all going to pan out for tomorrow. So we'll start with the HRRR. I believe we have the 0, so we don't really have enough of that 0Z in yet. So that's annoying. Well, we have 24 hours of it in, so let's go ahead. That should be enough to get us through most of tomorrow. So we're dry tonight, and then the rain should start around late morning, and this line is just going to take its sweet time going through here. We were hoping originally it was going to be done with us by later in the afternoon to the evening, but as you can see, it's still sitting over us as of 7, I should say as of 8 p.m. tomorrow night. Still sitting over us, all right, with some light rain. Probably not heavy rain, but when we look at the amount of precipitation that would fall from this, it's probably the numbers have come up a little bit. No, not really. It seems to have the heaviest rain off to the south of us still. Over Jersey, they might see closer to an inch. We would see a half an inch. But again, every model is different. And I'm going to go back to the precipitation view, and we're going to look at the NAM. Because, again, we don't really have the full amount of that in. We'll first start with the NAM 12. NAM 12 seems to want to... You see the NAM 12 has the same general idea, and then finally moves it out of here after 8 o'clock tomorrow night. Nope, not really. See, it's just lingering. This band just literally just stalls over us because you have this high over here that's kind of blocking it. So once it gets here, it's going to take... It's actually moving, and then it just stops right over us tomorrow. And this rain is going to linger. In fact, it's going to linger in the Monday, according to the NAM. And then it's still... We're going to look at the total accumulated precip through Tuesday now and see how much rain. Now, the NAM obviously is being more generous here. Obviously, it does go further out, so it's saying we could get that inch of rain. And most of it is actually going to wind up falling. Like I said, this is going to be a long-duration rain event. It's just going to linger over our area right through Monday. And so you're going to have really 2 days that are going to be pretty much soakers over our area. This rain is just going to hang around. It's not going to go anywhere, according to the NAM. And we're going to be getting quite a bit of it, at least according to the NAM. I mean, if it kept moving, we wouldn't be dealing with this. But the problem is the models say it's going to stall over us. So we're going to look at the 3-kilometer NAM now. It's the higher resolution NAM. And similar ideas, the HRRR, and you could see some showers, maybe even some thunderstorms over us. And some of them could have heavy rain right through around 8 o'clock tomorrow night, and then we have to deal with lighter rain showers that's still going to be lingering around. Here we are on Monday, still lingering around over us. Yeah, we're going to be dealing with this. Look at this Tuesday also. It's as far out as I've got on this, and it still has some light rain showers over us. Ridiculous. It's not until we get maybe out of maybe we get a little bit of a break Tuesday, but again, it's just ridiculous. I hate this. It's not normal to have the weather get stuck like this. We're stuck in good weather. Now we're going to be stuck in crappy weather for a while. And it's all part of the weakened, more wavy jet stream, not moving things along. And so we're going to go now to the GFS, and we'll go a little further here. And you see the rain chances linger in the Wednesday. And here's that low that forms off to the south of us. GFS has a little farther to the south now, which means maybe we'll be dry on Thursday. And you can see that low really get wrapped up offshore. It has a dry Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So, and the high pressure would try to build in and maybe bring us some fair weather for next weekend until another. I mean, it's just, you can see the pattern we're in. It's really, really, really bad. It's typical of April to have this, I guess, but what's not typical is just to have day after day after day of the same weather. That's not typical at all. So if we look at the GFS as far as the total rainfall goes, let's go look at that. You can see here it really gives us a lot. Here's Monday, and right through the week, if we go right through the end of the week, we could see, between 1 and 2 inches of rain, which is we need it because it's been very dry. But the fact is, it's going to fall over a long period of time because it's just going to linger around constantly. So hopefully you got out and walked around today, because the weather's going to suck for walking around for at least the next 2 days, if not 3 days. Let's go look at the skies, obviously, which we know we're not going to see the sun here. I'll just for, see clouds Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, still stuck in the clouds. There's the storm offshore, and then maybe we get a little sun Saturday before the next system moves in. So it's a really junky pattern we're going to be in here for a long, long, long time. Really, really junky now. We went for paying for all that beautiful weather now. Look at the NAM as well. Obviously, plenty of clouds. Here you go. Monday, clouds. Tuesday, clouds. It's going to suck for a while. Just for look at the RGEM as well, which is another model used for clouds, but you can see we're pretty much stuck here. That it's not going anywhere. Here's it's as far out as Tuesday and Wednesday. It's still there. So it's just this freaking stalled front over us, basically, is what we're going to be dealing with for a long while. Stall front syndrome, back with a vengeance, I'm afraid. I can't say it's a stalled front. It's just like a stalled cutoff low that's just hanging out over us, pretty much. It's going to be there for a while, I'm afraid. So that really does suck. I do want to use the Vent2 Sky model for some thunderstorm parameters for tomorrow. We'll move this into Sunday and see, because there is some elevated cape over Baltimore, Washington. And there it is at 2 o'clock. It's over the Delmarva, moving into maybe the southern half of New Jersey. But it seems to avoid coming here because, again, we got this easterly flow here coming in. So it's going to help stabilize the atmosphere. And the temperatures will be a lot cooler tomorrow, too. That's right. I've got to look at the temperatures, which I haven't done yet. So you can see temperatures will be a lot cooler with the east wind. Not so much a south wind and east wind, though it is warmer as you head towards southern New Jersey. And that's where hence the elevated cape is. We'll go look at the temperatures now on the GFS. Because with all these clouds around, it's probably not going to get all that warm. You could see, look at what's going on here. So you could see east flow here. Long Island's in the 50s. But look, you go Toms River and south, you could be dealing with 70s and humidity, too, in that area, too. If we go over and look at the dew points, you'll see it'll also be humid there, too. That dew point's in there well into the 50s there as well. So you can see where your warm front is kind of set up there. But warm over here, too, because the sun would come out over here. So it all depends. We're stuck in the clouds and the showers, so it'll be cooler. Here's Monday. Same deal again. 40. It's going to be even colder. That east flow off the ocean, cool and wet. So look at that, low 40s, and it gets all the way into New Jersey on Tuesday, all the way into southern New Jersey. And look at that, gets even further on Wednesday. And then look at that, we're still in it Thursday. Friday, maybe we can see temperatures return a little closer to normal with temperatures around 60 degrees, though cool around the east end. But it stays below normal pretty much. With stuck in the clouds, the sun's not going to come out, winds from the east. It's going to keep our temperatures low, and not really very warm at all, unfortunately. For those who want the spring weather, we got a nice spring tease, but now we're back into this gloom, unfortunately, as we're dealing with this cutoff low. And again, it's all because of, we'll go back to the North American view, and we'll go ahead and look at the jet stream. And you'll see the issue here that we have. Look at that. The jet streams are all just almost gone. There's almost no jet stream at all. This low is just cut off. It's got nowhere to go. It's got nothing to steer it. So it's basically just sitting over the east. And the jet stream's there's a little bit of a subtropical jet here. And that might help pick this low up and push it away. But it'll also give it energy, and it'll intensify offshore, hopefully offshore. It won't become a coastal storm for us. You can see just we see a little more definition in the jet stream, but look at how wavy this is. This is just a complete mess. And the European is probably the same way. All right, European, we don't get that feature. So the other thing that we'll look at, of course, the upper air. We do go with the Euro, so you get an idea of the upper air again. You can see it's just blocking pattern, basically. Just there's nothing to steer anything out. So things just sit over the area for a very long time before they eventually move along. You can see the it's just a mess. It really is a huge mess of the atmosphere. We can look at the European too as well, and you'll see again that huge mess Just a huge mess. So it means junky weather, unfortunately. And just as the cherry blossoms are reaching peak bloom, we're not going to even have blue sky to enjoy that, which kind of sucks. They have bloomed early, obviously. Let's use one more site here, which is windy.com, which is the European. And close this now. Close that out. They want me to subscribe to. Sorry, I'm not doing that. So we're just going to use the European again to show you. And I'm actually going to use the cloud view just to show you as we head into tomorrow. You see these clouds aren't going over. You can see the showers sitting over us pretty much. Yeah, the showers. And they could be heavy over New Jersey. Perhaps a thunderstorm, like I said, over there because they have the warmer air. But it seems like it does weaken it, but we will be dealing with rain tomorrow, I think. And then we head into Monday. Same deal. Clouds. Though at least the European doesn't seem to be generating that much precipitation. And then some reason the European seems to be a little drier for us. Here's Tuesday, but still plenty of clouds around. Wednesday, plenty of clouds. Maybe some light precipitation. Thursday, it does seem to want to clear Thursday out for whatever reason. And maybe we'll get lucky and we'll have some sunshine Thursday and Friday maybe. Friday, more clouds, it looks like again. This would be Saturday, maybe some sun on Saturday. If we look at the temperatures here, go ahead and look at the temperatures. Because, see, every model is different with this. Well, the temperatures, it seems like there's an agreement that we're going to be quite cool going through the period here. So you could see that northeast wind. That'll keep us cool. But Thursday's a little warmer. It does try to bring in some high pressure for Thursday. So hopefully, maybe Thursday, we can luck out and have a little sunshine. It would be really, really nice if we did, because this gloom is going to get to you quickly. We haven't even gotten really into it that badly yet. We're not even in the heart of this yet. I want to look at one other thing in this weather update. That's the ice analysis. So let's look at that. All right, so April 6th, it says the dark winter ends. The maximum extent of Arctic sea ice has passed, and with the passing of the vernal equinox, the sun has risen at the North Pole. While there are plenty of cold days ahead, the long polar night is over. Arctic sea ice averaged for March 2021 as was the 9th lowest in satellite record. With little ice in the Gulf of St. Lawrence, harp seal pups are struggling. At month's end, Antarctic sea ice was slightly above average. So, again, not good for the Arctic. Again, we're going to look at the sea ice here. Fortunately, we're no longer at a record low, but still, we have to watch for that blue ocean event. So we're going to have to see exactly what happens. It's going to be happening eventually, and a blue ocean event basically means there will be a time when there will be no sea ice left in the Arctic at all. So we are below normal sea ice again. Not as bad as, it's not a record low, but it's significant. And these changes in the sea ice change the weather patterns. And that's why we're seeing these crazy weather patterns that we're seeing. And that's why everybody should care. Actually, we are at low. I was looking at all right, this is a different graph here, but you see we are still very low here, 2021, below the 2012 mean, still low. What was that other chart I looked at here? All right, this is another chart. Oh, I see. It has all the years in here. So this one is all the years in here. But we're still below. We're still below the normal. All right, so this is still having an effect on the weather. Very concerning. And once we have that blue ocean event, things are going to really go bad fast. You better hope it doesn't happen. I hope it doesn't happen, but we keep getting closer and closer to it. So we have to keep an eye on it. So that's going to wrap up this weather update. Take care, and thanks for watching.